Second speed, PRTY, NX Newcastle, last Friday. That was absolute fucking chaos. So it's not the first time that Second Speed and PRTY have collabed. They've done a few other events before. I can't remember off the top of my head which lineup was the PRTY one, but I've definitely been to a few before, and they've always been good events. So never had any concerns looking at that collab or anything like that. Two really, really good brands that always, like I say, put on good events, good lineups, and I'll get into it a little bit more in this video, but they absolutely delivered. What I'll delve into, as I normally do with these reviews, is the venue, the sound, the lighting, the lineup as a whole, how each individual DJ got on the lineup, and then like the crowd, the atmosphere, the energy, all that jazz. So starting with the venue, I won't go into too much detail because you guys know what I think about NX. I think for hosting techno events there, I do actually think it's a good venue. It looks really good. I think, especially like I say from a DJ's perspective, totally understand why any DJ playing there would love it. I was stood behind the decks for the majority of the night, so like I say, it did look really good. But I always think a production at NX looks really good as well anyways. So yeah, like I said, the only downside with that venue is sometimes what the security can be like. They're pretty intense, they do put you on edge a bit. But other than that, no qualms with NX. Thinking about the security and what I was just talking about there, about that type of stuff at NX, the only downside actually, it happened to Tal quite often. When we'd go down, or say if she just nipped to the bar or whatever, just to grab a bit of water or go to the toilet or anything like that, if there was any point she'd gone on her own when she went to come back, try to get back on stage, and they were just like, nah, you can't come back on. And the guy had literally just seen her leave. It's not like anyone else had come on or anything like that. It was just like, nah, you're not coming on. There was a guy that was stood with like headphones on. He was the one that would like always let her on, but the guys right at the front of the steps were just like, nah, it's not happening. So that was the only downside. That was quite frustrating. Sound system, again, I've never had any issues with the NX sound system. I don't think I've ever been stood in NX and thought, oh god, I can't really hear the music here. It's a little bit quiet, or it needs to be louder. Anything like that. I think every track always hits well. You kind of feel it in your chest, which is always mint. So yeah, sound system wise as well, don't think there was any issues there. It sounded really good. Production wise and lighting, again, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point and repeat myself a bit, but as with as with all second speed events at NX, they had the usual kind of visuals behind the DJ with their name on them. Some like obviously strobe lights and stuff like that were really sick. But just the usual kind of standard stuff. It was just for anyone that's been to a second speed event, it was just what they usually do, which is not a bad thing. It makes me sound like I'm shitting on the production, but I'm not. Like, it's always really, really good. There was just nothing different for that type of event, which I didn't. There's probably limited on what you can and can't do at NX. I think what they do already is good enough. So yeah, the crowd though for sure is what always makes or breaks an event, and we're on like a really good streak of events this year. I don't think I've been to one event where this year anyway where there's been a bad crowd, people aren't up for it. Really, not that I can think of, anyways. Yeah, and the same thing happened with this event. I think everyone was really, really up for it. You could tell that, there was a lot of people that had not seen some of the DJs on the lineup that they were excited to see. Obviously, a lot of people hyping up or getting ready for the main act, which was Slush. So yeah, I think the energy the whole night was mint. No issues there. Everyone had a great time. Shout out to fucking absolutely anyone that was behind them decks, because yeah, that made my night. I was stood up there with the Circle Boys, Liv Arnsby, Andrew Cairns. We were all just fucking vibing. Your local Jeff was there as well. Dior was even there, but dancing and stuff. Seeing Santos before he went up, so it was mint to like meet all the DJs before they were on, and then yeah, everyone that was behind the decks just vibing, having fun. Whoever bought that massive Ush flag as well. What the fuck was that? I didn't even realise that was there until I'd seen it on the socials the next day. But props to buying that, because I can't even imagine what Ush thought of that. Like, yeah, that tops the burger hat like twofold. But to anyone that got a picture in the fucking burger hat as well, that is still doing the rounds. I can't believe it. Someone tagged me in a video and got a video of Andrew Cairns, like me passing it to him and shaking the burger. So yeah, it's still doing the rounds. Cheers to anyone that came and got a picture in it. Speaking about the lineup then, so obviously I mentioned some of the DJs there. It started off with Your Local GF, then we had Dior, then Andrew Cairns was on next, you had Slush, and then Santos was closing. So Your Local GF, I caught like the last half an hour of getting there, and from what I heard, like really, really good. Tal and Jen, they went a little bit early. They really enjoyed it. It was like a lot of white girl type music. I think it was a good starter, a good opener to just get a vibe for the night and stuff. So from what I'd heard and what I'd been told as well, really good things there. Second, like I said, Dior. That was the first time. So the ones that I'd not seen that I was really looking forward to seeing that night were Dior, Santos, and SLVL. And yeah, Dior delivered. I had no idea what to expect. I'd seen her socials a little bit beforehand, but it was just more of like who she was. I'd not like had a look at any videos or anything like that, which was a good thing because like I said, I had no idea what to expect. And yeah, absolutely smashed it. It was quite heavy, quite bouncy. Like it was a good little mix, I thought. And yeah, it was a nice little follow on from Your Local GF, but then not as heavy as Andrew. So them two definitely complemented each other. And then getting on to Andrew, Andrew is just fucking. I love that man. He is honestly one of the funniest people you will ever meet. The amount of times that like people would just come up to him with the phone and he'd just like grab the camera and like do something weird or off it. Like he's just the type of guy that he is. He actually took my phone at one point and made a little video. Yeah, he's just so nice and an even better DJ. I think he ramped the energy up, got everyone going. The track at the end, I can't remember what it is, where it's like that one. Oh my god, like yeah, such a good ending. So yeah, I absolutely love Andrew. He's fucking sick. Then after Andrew, we had Slush, and I mean, they showed why they tour the fucking world, B2B and everywhere. They're like brothers, aren't they? Really, their set was so fucking heavy, like proper industrial, like bit of Ush kick season in there, some insane tracks, and some that we've not heard before yet as well. So yeah, that was an even better set. I think what we expected from them, it was that and more. I thought, yeah, Slush were really, really good, flowed really well. They've got this fucking nice, you know, SLVL's really calm. He's got quite a calming energy. So does Ush, to be fair. I think that's probably why they work so well together. And then on certain drops, they'll just go for it. But yeah, other than that, I think, yeah, it was fucking sick. And then to round off with, I think probably one of my favourite sets of the night as well was Santos. I didn't realise how many good tunes he had. Um, there's a certain one, I'm sure I've got a video of it, I'll probably like drop it on here somewhere. But I was fucking vibing to it all night. He's got a lot, I feel like he's got a lot of tracks that have got this weird, like addictive loop in them that you'll just stick in your head. If they've heard quite a lot of Santa's tracks, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, and you know what, he was such a nice bloke, like I said, to come over and have a chat with us, grab a picture and stuff like that. He seems like a really nice lad. So yeah, just start to finish, fucking unbelievable night. I thought the lineup was really good. All the DJs complement each other. Everyone smashed their sets, and yeah, I feel like I repeat myself with Second Speed's line. Obviously, PRT were involved in this one, but I feel like I repeat myself a little bit with their events. But they actually don't miss. And yeah, there's a lot of lineups that you sometimes see and question and think the people that you maybe have not heard of before, you're a little bit like, I don't know how it's going to go. And I wasn't sure with some of them how they would go with complementing or building up to someone like Slush. But I can guarantee now, every single time I've been to one of them events where you're unsure of, it ends up being a better night because you end up looking forward to the ones that you've not heard of before. So my advice to anyone that's not been a Second Speed event would be just like throw yourself in at the deep end and look forward to seeing some people you've not seen before. Honestly, given at my final verdict and a score out of 10, I have to give it 10. Like, I have to. When I think back to that night, honestly can't rack my brains for any real downside to that event. I thought start to finish, it was absolutely spot on, and I remember leaving it just I couldn't wait to go to the next one. That's when you've gone to a good event. That's how good it makes you feel. So yeah, 100%, 10 out of 10. But yeah, if any of you guys went, I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what you thought, and yeah, give me your verdict out of 10.